One random morning, he just said like, babe, I have applied you for the Masterchef, and I just like, who going? Hello everyone, this is Wannapa Ponyon and this is my story. I am from Thailand. I'm now turning to 28 years old. I come from Phuket. It's quite a big city in Thailand. It's kind of like island, so I am the island girl. I am working as a receptionist in the 5-star hotel. I worked there for like 3 years, and then I met my boyfriend back then. So the reason why I moved here is I moved to live with him. When I moved here, after a couple of months, as we planned, we're getting married here. And now I live here for 2 years already. And I really enjoy living here. It's very comfortable, easy life. And food is also good. When you go to the market, when you go to the shop, stuff like that, people who didn't know you, they're still looking at you and friendly to giving you a smile or have a little chit chat. Like especially I look a little bit different here, so I have been talking a lot with the people, like they asking where I came from, what I'm doing here, stuff like that. The biggest difference between Thailand and here, I can say that number one is the weather. In Thailand, we are not really have a cold weather. We have like a cold season, like a winter that we call, but it is completely like different type of winter. We didn't have the snow, and the first time I arrived is like in January, and it's full winter at that time, and I didn't have the food that I used to have. Yeah, so it's a little bit difficult at the beginning for you to adapt yourself in different culture, different weather, and different food. The hardest thing about moving here for me, I really want to say about the family, because in my family we have 4 of us. I have my parents and my bigger brother, but now I have one sister-in-law and also one nephew. So it's really difficult to be a part like from the family, because we are really close to each other and we always together. I never move out of the country, just only for traveling sometime. I actually love to eat, I have to say that, but for the cooking, I really improved myself a lot when I moving to Croatia, because when we live in Thailand, the food is quite easier, that you just go in on the street and you will see a lot of them selling different things, and for you living alone, it's very easy to just go and buy one meal or stuff like that, just what you want to eat. But when I moved here, it's kind of different, also like type of food, and the way that we are selling, we not really have much like the way of like street. You go in front of the door and then you have everything. So I start to cooking by myself here mostly. But I have to say that back then when I live in Thailand, during the COVID time, the part that is hit very hard in Thailand, I have to stop working. That time I was doing something, you know, like for survive. And only one thing that come to my head is to cooking. And at that time I was cooking and driving on the motorbike, selling around the city by myself. That part, I think actually that back then is the beginning of my cooking. I cook kind of like Japanese style to sell. So I make the fish with like soya sauce with vegetable and rice, and later I have like tonkatsu, Japanese curry, and every day I will post on my social media like a Facebook Like today what I have in menu, or tomorrow what I will have, they can pre-order. And I prepare everything by myself, go to the grocery, shopping, cutting everything by myself. And I start cooking in the early morning, and I start to drive around the city at lunchtime. My husband is the one who really believed in me about the cooking. Even back then, I'm not really like very confident that much. I know how to cook, I know how to make the food taste good, because when I try it, if it's good for me, I believe it will good for other people as well. But that not reach me the confidence enough. But who gave me the most confidence is my husband, and he keeps telling me, I will apply you the Masterchef one day. And I just say like, no, don't be joking with me. And one random morning, he just said like, babe, I have applied you for the Masterchef. And I just like, who going? And he's like, go, why not? I just finished. We'll see what will happen. And I got the call from the Masterchef for the interview, and I got to go for the first audition, and I passed it. At the beginning, I feel like, oh, I cannot confident, but when you pass again and again, it makes you more confident about yourself after listen to the jury comments. It brings you the energy. So I just like, okay, I will, every time I'm going, I will do my best, and see how far I can go. To join the Masterchef kitchen is really honor for me, because I can't believe that they will give me an opportunity as I am the foreigner. After get inside, I have experience with like real society with the Croatian people. We help each other during the weekend, cooking. We have a lot of good time together there. It's really good experience for me that I believe that I could not find anywhere else if I live alone outside. I mean, in general. I got a lot of friendship that I not really have normally, and I improved my cooking a lot from the Masterchef show. The hardest thing for me, we have to say that about the language barrier. I believe that everyone there been on the stress situation. We all stressful during competition, but for me, I feel like how much other people stay in the difficult situation, I have to put myself in double, because I have to adapt myself. I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm not really sure what will be next. So I use a lot of instinct more than like understood. So I think the language is the most difficult for me. I will say that everyone, when we cooking together, they are trying to help me. But as you can see in the show, that Ivica is kind of like my best friend there. He's very kind and very sweet. He helped a lot for me, with me to understand what is going on. We stand close to each other like always. He teaching me, in one episode you can see that he teaching me cutting riba. It's called sardina. Yeah, so I never cut that small fish. So he helped me a lot. Like he helped me a lot of things in the house. I came from other continental of the world, so our food is really different part. For me to start cooking Croatian food is kind of really different. I will not say it's difficult, but there is a lot of technique, temperature and stuff that you really need to add attention at. And it's kind of fun for me to cook Croatian food. After I joined the Masterchef, it's helped me to realize more that how much I want to cook, how much I can be. I can better than I used to be, how much I wanted to focus on my cooking career. So I really appreciate that I have been to the Masterchef because it's helped me to realize what I really want and what I really need. In the future, I still going in this industry for the cooking. I was planning for myself to get the course of the language, as the experience in the Masterchef that language barrier is the big thing for me. So I plan to know more about the language, and I think in the future something better will happen. I don't like to say like what I want, what I really going to do, because it's always something change. But I will keep going myself in this industry. I love it. For people who really interested in the Masterchef for the next season, I hear that we already open for the new season. If ask me for any recommendation, I would say just be confident, believe in yourself, and practice as much as you can. Try something new, try something different. When you're trying at home, just try to give yourself some challenge. Put the time on, put the ingredient on, because when you join the Masterchef, you will never know what will waiting for you inside the box or in front of you. Only thing that you can do is to practice as much as you can and be confident and believe in yourself.